Welcome back, Cigar Talk. I'm your host, Rob Jones. We have the Ed McMahon of Cigar Podcast, Bryant Falconer. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, bro.
Awesome, man. I was going to say, I haven't seen you in a while, but I did meet you down at the Leaf for coffee this morning.
Yes, sir.
I was able to swing by the Leaf with Al McAuliffe yesterday and hang out with you as well. And let's just say how cool that was to hang out with Al McAuliffe.
Dude, when I say I had nothing to say because I was listening to every word that man said, is not an overstatement. He was dropping nuggets, man.
Oh, dude, let me tell you something. I think Al's one of the few people that I've ever been around that when he starts talking, everybody shuts up.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
there was one that wouldn't shut up, but
we won't mention Sam. No. Or are you talking about
no.
So anyway, no. But when Al starts talking, you just want to enjoy it.
Yes.
Because he can be joking around. He can be serious.
Oh, yes.
He can be just
off
asking
the cuff
questions about you. I mean, dude, how many people of that stature, when he goes into a cigar lounge, ask questions about what's going on in your life?
And that's what he was doing. No matter who walked in the door, if they came over to
I've
that
been
area,
around a lot of cigar manufacturers, and
they don't treat.
And you know what? There've been some great ones.
Yes, there have.
They've been really. You know, one of those people that you want to sit and listen to.
He's one of a kind.
He's one of a kind because not only is he telling you these amazing stories, he's also interested in you.
Yeah, he's intriguing.
And
he's
so
very intriguing.
Hats off to just a great human being.
Man, it didn't matter who walked in the door. If they came over and said something to us, he asked their name.
Dude, yeah.
He shook their hand, and then he asked, well,
I mean,
what do you know about this? And
now, were you there when Ronald got there?
No.
I don't even know Ronald. Ronald comes in like a rock t-shirt. He's got
I was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd never seen that dude.
Me neither.
He couldn't have been more than 21.
Yeah.
And Al was like, I'm sorry, what was your name again? And I was like, wow, dude wants to know about everybody. Not just.
And then he wanted to know, what were you smoking? And even there were people that weren't smoking McAuliffe.
Sure.
And he was asking me, he said, how do you like that?
I wasn't smoking.
Yeah, neither one of us, because I was smoking the Crux, the Bull and Bear.
And I was smoking the Lee Bijou 1922.
And it was like he was asking, what do you like about that? What do you know about that? And it was just like he was interested in their conversation. I was sitting there looking like, man, this is a multimillionaire sitting there just being a normal person.
You know the cigar journals that McAuliffe put out.
Yes.
He's like, hey, you got plenty of those. We could take some more.
Here.
He goes out to the car and brings them in.
I was like, look at this, man.
I did go help him.
Yeah.
I carried some.
Because you were hoping they would give you the keys to the vet.
I was. Let me tell you what. Al McAuliffe drives one badass red Corvette. You remember the little red Corvette song?
Yeah.
Dude,
that's my boy, Prince.
That's the only way to get a vet is red.
Red.
I mean, when you see red, and dude, that's a good
and
red.
Like I said, as I was coming down the street, I noticed that first. I was like, who's Rick? I said, that's got to be Al's. Then I get in there, it's his.
Right.
I'm like, I was right. Man, that thing looks so good sitting next to the pickup trucks.
Right. Welcome to Texas.
Yeah, bro.
Ding, ding. So anyway, it was a great time hanging out with Al, smoking cigars and listening to his stories and getting to know him even better than we did before.
Yeah,
and you got to meet him finally.
Yeah.
And,
and then he told me about you and your dine and dash.
I didn't dine and dash. I drank and dash.
Did he pay? No. All right.
The funny thing is, if you don't know that story, is I accidentally left a place without paying for my booze.
You forgot.
Al was giving me cigars, so I didn't have to pay for cigars. Yeah. But you know why I forgot?
Why?
Because Al was up, and I saw him up, and I was getting ready to leave because I had to hit the road. And I was like, hey, Al, while you're up, can I get a photo with you? And he was like, absolutely. And so they took our picture, and I'm going to tell you, I was so excited.
he was girly.
Yeah, I was girly. And so when I left,
girl,
I was on cloud nine for hanging out with Al McAuliffe.
Then 20 miles down the road.
And then, it was about 30 miles down the road. I was like, I don't think I paid for my drinks. So I
came back to earth, people.
So I pulled over and I sent Al an email that said, Al, I'm so sorry. I left without paying for my booze. If you can pay it, I'll send you a check. And within like 5 minutes, he sends me a message that says, don't worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. I understand. But then he told us the story of that. And he said,
him and his son went,
he said, I did the same thing. He said, that's why I couldn't say nothing, because I did the same thing. He said, I forgot, and I got down the road. Dude, my son called me.
And how down to earth is that?
Come on, man. Come on. I mean, and then he didn't even pay. He said, he told his son, you pay for it.
Take care of that.
You take care of that. Okay, Dad.
Yeah. So
like, man.
It was always a treat, and you haven't had the opportunity. Well, you met Al at the festival,
yeah,
but you hadn't had time to sit down and smoke.
He was the same way at the festival, man. Oh, he went around, he met everybody. Then he said they had that area for him, and he sat there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then he was
back out there socializing with everybody. It's like, where's Al? And somebody said, well, I saw him way over there, and they went over there. He wasn't there. He was just going around meeting everybody, man. I was like, this dude is real. He's real. And he spoke to everybody.
And you know what? Let me tell you this. And I don't even know if you know this, but I've talked to a lot of shop owners that kind of have this thought about Al as being some rich asshole.
No, nowhere near.
They think that he bought into the cigar industry and he doesn't really give a shit about it.
Nah.
And it's like, I've never met someone that's more involved in the cigar community as an owner than he is.
Yes.
I mean, the only thing that Al hasn't done in the cigar industry is start his own podcast.
Don't give him ideas.
No, right? Dude, could you imagine if Al did a show? I mean, it would be over.
Yeah.
We would be like, Cigar Talk ended.
Today. Why?
Because
Al started his.
They started listening to Al's show.
And we had our viewership plummeted. They did like lemmings and jumped off the cliff.
Hey, so let's talk about what we're smoking right quick.
I am smoking an Oliva V Lancero that was a gift from my buddy.
That's the Lancero
Especial Liga.
Maduro.
And it tastes good.
It's a good sweet stick. And I don't mean sweet like infused. I mean like you get that chocolatiness.
And that's the first thing that hit me was the chocolate. I was like, damn, this is good.
Yeah. And how's it pairing with that contradiction?
Perfect. We're drinking it Smooth Ambler.
Yeah, show everybody what that looks
Smooth Ambler.
like.
Oh, I got to turn that way.
Dude,
Smooth Ambler Contradiction.
That is a very nice bottle.
Oh yes.
A lot of flavor.
Yes.
You get that salted caramel
straight off the aroma.
Boom.
Aroma.
That caramel really hits you, and then it like fades down to like a floral something.
Because you hit me when you said you did your retro hell on it, so I had to do it.
Dude.
And I was like, man, this is powerful.
Have you done that before?
Never.
Dude, I read an article that said you should retro hell after a drink of bourbon.
I never knew that.
And like when you sniff a glass, you might get some of the nuances, but when you retrohale that first drink,
sir,
it's like, wow.
Everything. You get everything.
So if you haven't tried that, have a drink of your bourbon and then on your first drink of it and then retrohale your breath, and you'll really get a sense of that bourbon on your palate, or as far as your sense of smell.
It is delicious.
It is delicious. So anyway.
What you smoking? The mystery stick.
I'm smoking a mystery stick. So I told Bryant before the show, I said, I took the band off and I said, I'm smoking a mystery stick.
Yeah, it's not a mystery stick to him. He knows what the hell he's smoking. I'm sitting over looking like, okay, it looked like a turd.
It looks like every other cigar
I've ever seen. It's just dark.
So this is the Yellow Rose of Texas.
Which I know what tastes like. That's a good stick.
It is a good
That's
stick.
a good stick.
I've been on these a little bit.
Yeah,
when I go to the Leaf,
I'm just glad you ain't on that swollen cock right now.
Oh, dude, I can't wait to get some more of those. We'll talk about that soon. We'll talk not about the swollen cock, but about the interview last week with Robert Caldwell, and he kind of gave a hint, but he's coming out with a Lost and Found that has a Mexican San Andreas.
Oh.
And I'm a sucker for
Me
a
too.
good Mexican San Andreas. And if Robert smoked it and loved it, it's going to be something good.
It's going to be on the list.
Yeah.
It's going to be on the list.
So, you know what? I can't even, right now, with the swollen cock and anticipation of what that's going to be.
Yeah, bruh.
It's like,
you're sitting on pins and needles, like the fan girl you were with Al. Yes.
That's how I am with the Lost and Found.
Yes, man. Because he's finding some gems, bruh.
Not only finding some gems, but the fact that you realize Robert doesn't make any money off of that.
Nope.
That all goes to charity.
Yep.
That's awesome, dude. I mean, and it's a funny thing, during the interview, he said that someone had been like, well, man, you're not taking care of your own brand. You're all on that Lost and Found. And he was like, I literally go to cigar manufacturers and find cigars. I'm not growing it. I'm not blending it. I'm not doing anything except selling it. And it all goes to charity.
Come on now.
He's putting his focus on Caldwell Cigars. But I was like, what a great story.
It's 100%, man. That's what the community is supposed to be. Exactly. It's not about me. It's not a selfish community. It's about everybody else.
And you know what I loved about Robert Caldwell? Also, talk about being just a laid-back guy.
Genuine.
When he opened up and talked about his problem with alcohol addiction or drug addiction, and now he's wanting to give back, because he even said, growing up with the silver spoon lifestyle, I had resources that people don't have. So someone who is, a whole cigar line is dedicated to giving money to people who don't have opportunities. That's impressive to me.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
100%.
People talk that, but when you walk it, that's when it's real.
Absolutely.
Come on,
and you think about it, how much money he could make off of that.
Come on.
You know what I mean?
Especially off you.
Well, yeah.
Especially off you.
I'm down and dirty. Give me that swollen cock. So anyway, hats off to everything the Caldwell family's doing, man. And I thought, you know what I thought was the funniest part of the interview?
What's that?
Is when he was saying, he smoked a cigar, the San Andreas. He smoked it. He couldn't wait to get home and smoke another one. And I was like, you don't smoke in your car? And he was like, no. And I was like, dude.
You wasting time.
I was like, come on, dude.
You wasting time.
But then he told me, well, I'm driving my wife's car.
Oh, there, I understand.
And it's like, I
perfect answer.
Can't smoke in the wife's car.
At all.
So, just genuine dude. Love the guy. If you like the interview you heard with him last week, make sure you support the Lost and Found, which is all to charity, and buy some freaking Caldwell cigars.
Buy them. You won't be.
Oh, dude.
You won't be.
No, you won't be disappointed.
No, sir.
So anyway, let's thank the Patreons. The Light 'em Up crew.
100.
We want to say thank you guys for all the support you give to us. If you're interested in becoming a Patreon, you can go to the website, which is cigartalkpodcast.com.
You hear him, Luke?
Cigartalkpodcast.com. And I think it's like the second or third link down. You can become a Light 'em Up crew member.
Patreon.
Yeah. And there's lots of different tiers, and become part of the family. Even if you don't want to be in the Patreon, you still can join our Discord server, and it's also available on the website.
Just don't have the notification on when you're at work.
Yeah, don't have the notification on. It's a busy community.
Ding,
Yeah.
Like, man, quit.
No.
Go to work.
Yeah. Like I was asking you earlier, it was like, dude, how come you never play Warcraft with us?
I'm at work. They don't pay me for that. They pay me to do something else. And that's what I have to do while I'm at work.
Right.
And I'm going to do it.
Thank you to all the Light 'em Up crew members.
Yes.
Hey, and by the way, I don't think I brought them out here. Oh, there they are right there. Luke, hand that to Bryant right quick. Luke's got a box on his desk. We have the newest poker chip with the new logos.
Oh,
We got the logo on one side. You see what's on the other side, though?
Logo on this side. Can you see that?
Yeah. There you go. There you
Now
go. Now
look.
flip it over. The Light 'em Up crew. The Light 'em Up crew. Those came in today. I'll be getting them shipped out next week. So all the Patreon members be looking for those that are in the tiers.
You are special.
Yeah.
Especially to us. Especially to us.
Super, man. Super. So anyway, let's talk about our sponsors right quick.
Hey.
I'm going to start out with Case Elegance because let me tell you something, guys. They just sent me a couple of humidors to review, and they're not even available yet. But I can tell you that when they are available, dude, I'm going to give you a little picture of the first one. It's not available yet, but it's the Foot Locker, and it looks like a 50 cal. Army green humidor.
Yes.
Glass top, the same quality construction.
But guess what it has on the sides? Tell them.
Oh, dude. It's got buckles that unbuckle for the top of the humidor. Dude, that thing is solid.
Man, you showed me that. I was like, what the hell?
Did you see the back?
Yes.
They use quality piano hinges.
Yes.
There's 2 large hinges. And it's all 100% cedar on the inside. It comes with its own humidification system.
Yes.
And it has an accessory drawer at the bottom that puts your lighter, your cutter, your travel humidor.
Talk about it.
Slides in underneath your cigars. Dude, it's
ready for it.
It's everything you need.
When I say
I was
amazing.
Excited. Yeah.
It is amazing. When I saw him walk with that, I was like, what is that? And I thought it was a Army ammo can. And then you put it down. I was like, that's a humidor.
You're like, that's way nicer.
I'm like, oh. And then when you open, you clink, 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 clink. I was like, they're on the sides?
Dude.
I'm like, oh, bruh. Case Elegance is head above everybody else,
Let me tell you something about Case Elegance. They already had the construction quality and the elegance.
Yes, they did.
They took a Army Foot Locker ammo can
and made it look like a Foot Locker
and thought about it and said, let's do a humidor that makes you look at a ammo can.
Yes.
But you see that it's beautiful.
It is.
It's beautiful. In fact,
that color green, everything about it was perfect, man.
I posted a picture of it in the Discord, and Groot was like, dude, that's badass. How much is it? And I was like, I don't know.
You can't get
he was
one
like, you're
yet.
an asshole.
You can't get one yet.
He's like, you're an asshole to show us that and not know the price. So anyway, guys, if you want to go by and take a look at what Case Elegance offers, they have humidors, they have watch cases, they have leather totes.
He said it. He said it right. Totes.
But if you use the promo code Cigar Talk, they give you free monogramming on any of their stuff. So don't miss out on what Cigar Elegance. I mean, when it comes to humidors,
Case Elegance is 100.
Dude, I mean, if
they a buck, baby. They a buck.
When you go on Amazon and you see all the shitty humidors available, don't waste your money.
Is that actually a trash can?
Dude, I remember spending $150 on a humidor that was shit.
Yeah, I did too.
I bought one that looked like a treasure. Okay, now wait a minute. No, let me tell you something. I'm saying this on the show. I know Tim's going to be listening. I gave that humidor to him. And yes.
Sorry, Tim.
Sorry, dude.
You know the relationship now.
Hey, he didn't have one.
Yeah, so now
better than nothing.
Just make sure you keep water in it.
Right.
Not human pack, and water.
Let me tell you something else. I'll tell you how good Case Elegance is.
Talk to me.
I've got this 450 count New Air. I've had it for a year.
Yes.
I'm getting rid of it and using the Case Elegance full time.
Wow.
That tells you right there what you need to know as far as quality.
Right out the door.
I love my New Air, but I'm going to get rid of it and I'm only going to use the New Air.
Wow.
Because that's how sold I am.
Wow.
Quality.
But I can't argue with you about it. I can't argue with you about it. I got a New Air too. And I'm looking at that one looks like a ammo can. I'm like, man,
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, you're talking about taking it to a whole nother level.
Oh, heck yeah.
And it's like, I mean, I know it's like we're doing a sponsor thing, but it's not about the sponsor thing. It's about how excited I am about how good they are. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
I'm with you, bro.
So anyway,
let's talk about
McAuliffe Cigars, dude. You know, we talked about Al earlier.
Yeah.
And I told Al yesterday, I said, you know what amazes me about what you've done in the cigar industry? And he was like, what's that? And I said, the team that you put together to run McAuliffe Cigars with Dan Thompson, Amanda McAuliffe, Sam and Andy, and all the salespeople. I mean, and they just brought on a new person.
Yeah, he said he stole them.
Yeah.
He said, I stole her. She was the best thing there. I stole her.
I think her name's Lauren.
Yeah,
but Lori. Okay,
yeah.
something. Yeah, Lori. Anyway, we're going to try to get her on the show. Because he said, Al McAuliffe said, she knew her cigars.
Yep, out his mouth.
And so I was like, I want to have her on the show.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, we'll talk to Dan about that. We'll talk to Amanda, see what we need to do to get her on the show in the very near future. But that being said, I'm just so impressed with from the top to the bottom,
4 to 42.
everything they do.
Oh, yeah.
4 to 42.
Faux.
And, you know, I love the Medallia. Go-to stick.
Sumatra.
I know you love the Sumatra.
Yes.
I love the Leyenda.
Yeah, we both do.
I mean, the Reserva, the Riata, you know,
I even love the Modafinas, baby. Walking that walk. Because you got to be a man to go that way.
You're right.
You got to be a man to go that way, baby. And it's a good trip, man.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, brother. And talking to Al about it, he said that, you know, the quality is the only thing that they even look at. It's about ensuring that they putting the best product out there. And that's all he talks about.
Hey, well, I want to give you a gift while we're on the show. What do you got there, buddy? What do you got there?
Grande Bold Modafina.
Torpedo.
Yes. Great. I'm not saying nothing.
Great stick.
I'm not going to be bad. I'm not going to be dirty to Rob for another week.
There you go.
For a week. He bought a week's worth of penance.
I gave you, wait. I gave you an Oliva V, and then I gave you the Modafina, and you're drinking Contradiction.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I mean,
sir.
that's
Smooth
a good night right there.
Yes, sir. But
that's what the cigar community is about.
And that's what Al was talking about.
Exactly.
It's all about, not about him. It's about the brick and mortars.
Dude, and let me tell you something about Al.
Talk to me.
I believe he's 86, maybe 76.
He's a 6.
He's a 6, I believe. But anyway, think about this. He just put 4,000 miles on his vet going around to different cigar shops. Now he's going to the west section.
Yes.
He stopped in Abilene on his first stop, but he's going to Lubbock. He's going to El Paso.
Yes.
He's going to Phoenix.
Yes.
Dude, at his age, he loves the community so much. I mean, dude,
he visits it.
How many owners do that?
How many we've seen?
Get in a car and drive across the country.
To go to those places to meet and it wasn't like
he doesn't have to do that.
He wasn't just sitting with the owner. He was out there with everybody. It didn't matter who walked in that door. He asked them their name. He wanted to know about them, and he asked them what they were smoking and why they were smoking. He was breaking up cigar community conversations.
I'm going to share this, and guys, this is, you know, a lot of guys or a lot of shows do sponsorships where they just read it off and blah blah, they're done, but the thing about it is we have so many stories about our sponsors that we can't just do that. But you know what my favorite story was yesterday with Al McAuliffe?
Which one?
I asked him, Al, what I don't know is when you decided to go into the cigar industry, you wanted to have your own factory. How did that come about?
Yeah, I left at that time.
And so he said, you know, I went down to Nicaragua. And we looked at buying land, but then you look at building a factory.
Yeah.
And another factory was selling a factory. And so he went and talked to them and he bought it. And you know who wanted to buy it?
Who?
Was AJ Fernandez.
Wow.
And so when Al bought it, him and AJ were having dinner or something together. And, you know, AJ doesn't speak English.
Yeah.
And the translator says, AJ wants to know how much you paid for it. And so he tells him, and AJ's pissed, but also like congratulatory because they sold it to Al for like 1/3
of what he offered.
Yes. And so then AJ says to him, I'll give you what you paid for it plus 25%
more.
And Al was like, I gotta have a factory.
I got to. And evidently you want this one badly, so I'm going to keep it.
But what was cool about it was he said ever since then, anytime him and AJ Fernandez are in the same community, they sit together, they stay together.
Okay.
They've built this
That's
relationship.
a relationship.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about AJ Fernandez and Al McAuliffe.
Yeah.
Dude, how would you love to sit and listen to that?
I'd be quiet. I'd be that fly on the wall.
I would pay top dollar.
And wouldn't say a word.
Oh.
They'd be like, Bryant, I'm sorry. Keep talking. Keep talking.
Dude, yeah, I could see an event where you have Al McAuliffe on stage, AJ Fernandez, a translator, and we just listen.
That's it.
That would
be
be
a perfect TED Talk.
Yes, exactly. That would be tobacco talk.
Tobacco Talk.
Tobacco talk. So anyway, let's talk about artisanal tobacco.
Artisanal.
So you guys know they make Viva La Vida cigars,
Club
and
500.
they are Club 500 Jester Torpedo. What's the is there one like the Dimas? I love the Dias. I don't know. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Is it the Diademas? I think it's the Diademas.
I love when he's trying.
Might have been.
And it's perfect. He's on the screen.
Might have been.
Look at his. Look at.
It might have been Nicodemus. So, anyway, hey, was it a little cigar?
It's a little cigar. It's a Demas.
You remember Nicodemus? Yeah. He was a key little man. Yeah. Remember that song?
Dude, no. What song?
You don't remember that song? You know the song. It was an old Baptist song about...
I wasn't a Baptist.
Zacchaeus.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was like, it wasn't about no Nicodemus.
Wee little man.
I was like,
Dude, they should do that. They should do a... What did I say?
Nicodemus?
No.
Zacchaeus?
Zacchaeus.
Yeah, Zacchaeus.
Is that his name?
Zacchaeus. You said... You got me confused.
You know the tax collector.
I just know Jesus.
Fair enough.
You pulling names, and I'm like, is that one of them for Zacchaeus?
Zacchaeus, that's his name.
He said Zacchaeus. Okay, this is Rob's version of religion. What name do I want to give him? Felipe Demas. Come on, dude.
Hey, I can tell you this.
No.
It's been a little bit since I've been to church.
Gotcha. But going back to artisanal.
Well, let me just say, the Demas, they should make a cigar that's like a petite Corona called the Zacchaeus.
Oh, Jesus.
Viva La Vida.
Viva La Vida.
Viva La Vida.
Show's over.
Dude, let me just tell you what.
What?
I've had so many people in the last probably 2 or 3 weeks sending me pictures of the Viva La Vida that they're smoking. And they've ordered them from the Leaf. And they're like, dude, I bought a sampler from the Leaf of the Viva La Vida. And I love this one. I love this one. I love this one. And it's like, all of them are awesome, and they're like smoking different cigars depending on the vitola.
Mm-hmm. I got you.
And anyway, it's just awesome to see people experiencing the Viva La Vida.
I mean, every time they turn around, they see us with one. They see us talking about it. It's a great stick, man. They make great sticks. You know, we have our favorites, but we smoke them all.
Let me tell you this, and I smoke a wide selection of cigars.
He meant that when he said wide.
I mean, there's not a lot of, I mean, you know, I don't smoke crap.
Nah.
But
he gave me crap one night.
Yes, anyway. I did. But that was on a Bottom Betty or whatever that's called.
No.
Big Bottom Betty.
That was a piece of junk. That wasn't either one of them.
How about that cigar I gave you that one time?
That's what I'm talking about.
That you threw out before you got like half a block.
I wasn't even half a block. I made it to the corner. From your house to the corner is not even a third of the block.
I live one house away from the corner.
And it was out the window.
It was that bad.
Dude. I was like, what is this? I said, oh, man, he got me. It's like, you remember them old shows where they had a dude that they give the stunt cigarette to,
right,
and it blows up.
Right.
It didn't blow up, but it needed to. I was like, what is this? I'm like, man, it stank. It tasted terrible. And I was like, what? I said, oh, I'm going to get him. I don't even
know what it was. I just know it was funny because I put that $45 band on it. It was some Arturo Fuente.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, man, that's my dude. I didn't say that when I was smoking. I called you a whole lot of other names.
Yeah, that was something. So anyway, if you want to try Viva La Vida or Macau cigars,
you go to the best place in the world. Just
The Leaf.
Call them, show up,
Leaf.
Send smoke signals.
Right. Jay
will read them.
We'll get them going down.
Yep.
He's probably, you know what? If you do smoke signals, make sure you do them in QR code. You know what I mean?
So he can read it.
Right. So
take his phone and read it. Oh, they want this. I got you. But there's nothing he won't do for anybody, man.
Dude, I bet you don't know this.
What?
The obituary today, Corky died.
No.
Yeah. I don't know how, I don't know from what, but my wife was like, hey, did you see your friend Corky died? And I was like, no, I did not. I didn't even know he was like, in really, really bad health. But anyway, I'm sorry to drop that on you, but I thought you'd want to know. I mean, you guys don't know, but Corky used to come down to the Leaf, and he wasn't a homeless guy, but he was as close to being homeless without being homeless as you could be. Yeah. And he had some mental illnesses as well.
But he was a good guy.
Good guy. And
quirky conversations too, man.
Yeah.
Sitting there talking to Corky, you didn't know where that conversation was going to go.
You didn't know where it was going. And, I don't know very many cigar shops that would let a guy like Corky come in and smoke.
And then he offered to do little odd things. I sweep up, I do this. And they were like, you don't have to. He said, no, I just want to do it.
Yeah, because if you were giving him something, he wanted to earn it.
Yeah, he wanted to earn it.
So... that was, and if I had to guess, I would guess he was probably about 60. I don't know. But anyway, rest in peace, brother.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Anyway, but back to Jay. I mean, and the reason that made me even think of Corky was because
what they did for him.
Yeah. I mean, Jay bought him clothes.
Yeah.
He paid to have him get a haircut, shampoo. They bought him a
bike and a helmet. Yeah.
And
so he could get around, so he wouldn't be walking everywhere.
Right, because he walked everywhere. So anyway, you guys, if you want to order,
Leaf, man. That's the Leaf.
Hey, like we were talking about Robert Caldwell earlier about the community and charity.
Yeah,
that's Jay at a cigar shop. It's all about community. And the funny thing is, I heard Jay ask one of his employees the other day. He was like, "What's the Leaf's motto or mission statement?"
Uh-huh.
And it was Casey in there, and Casey's a joker.
Yeah.
He was like, to make money. And Jay was like, no. It is to make sure that we provide the best experience for the people while we have the opportunity to serve them.
Yeah, that's a good.
And I was just like, dude, that is not what most company mottos are, or policies, or mission statements.
You can't find that, man.
Right.
But the thing is, they live it. He lives that statement.
Yeah.
He lives that statement.
He blows me away. He makes me feel shitty.
you told him the other day, this is the nicest guy. And we all looked at you like, did he say something nice about somebody? And Jay even looked at, he's like, we were waiting for the wisecrack to come out behind it, but you didn't. We was like, wow.
Dude, because Jay is just a step above almost anybody else I know as far as being just a nice, kind human being.
And the Leaf, the people he employs, the atmosphere, he'll do anything he can for anybody. And just like, if you want the sticks, call. If you want the sticks and you're passing by, stop by 1166 South 2nd, man. You can walk in the door.
Dude, let me tell you this. Al said he didn't realize how easy it was to get to the Leaf off the interstate.
Yeah.
And I said, Al, I tell everybody, if you're within 30, 40, 50 miles,
come through.
Swing by because it's an experience.
Yes, it is, man.
And even Al was just like giving Jay such praise for creating such a badass cigar lounge.
A great space, man. It is, man.
So anyway, I think that wraps up our sponsorships. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, let me know.
Let him know.
Let me know. Let me know. Let me know.
So let's get to
this week's Pick Six. I'm going to let you go first.
Got you, bro. I'm going to start off with a stick that I purchased 2 of. One for me, and I took care of my brother. I gave him his today.
Who?
It's a great Connecticut.
Who did you give it to?
You.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know how you got more than one brother, so.
Yeah, but I'm sitting in front of you right now.
I know. I'm not.
And it was the Ashton 898.
How was it?
Dude, it was
because you don't
great.
Smoke a lot of Connecticut's.
That was great. I actually smoked it when me and my wife were driving, and she was like, "That smells good, but it's strong." I said, "But it don't taste strong, baby. This tastes good."
Really?
She was like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah, this tastes good." She said, "That aroma." She said, "It smells good, but it's like she said I can smell almost everything in there." I was like, "This tastes good, man." That Ashton 898, if you haven't had it, you need to catch you one because, bro, it's a great stick, man.
Very nice, man.
And then my next is what I smoked on the pre-show, and I actually had a 3-year-old punch egg roll.
Wow.
Oh, man. It was just as good as the bundle I bought 3 years ago. I was like, this thing is sat in my humidor for 3 years, and it tastes delicious.
Really?
I was like, you saw me. I smoked. There's not even a butt in there. I smoked almost all of it.
That's down to the fingers.
Yes, sir. Down to the fingers. And if I had my poker, I'd have used that because that thing was delicious.
Nice.
And coming in number 1 this week, I was blessed with a San Cristobal Revelation.
Very nice.
Very nice is not the word for it.
Really?
It's not the word for it.
Tell me about it.
You talking about the aromas, the chocolate. It had a little spice, especially on the retrohale. But, bro, when I talk about you feel that you taste everything in it, that is a remarkable stick, man. I was like, dude, I want more. I want more, and I'm going to get more. Like I said, that San Cristobal Revelation was 100. It was a buck for me, brother. It was a buck for me. I'm real about it.
Hey, well, let me tell you something. You're going to be shocked at my list.
As we always are.
Yeah, true. But the first stick, and I got to pull it up so I can make sure I know which one it is, but it is the Alec Bradley Fine and Rare 2018.
Oh, I got one in my humidor. I
Dude,
know what you're talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Great stick.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
I'm a big fan of the whole line, but I haven't smoked the whole line.
I have.
I know you have.
3 times.
I know you have because you're a jackass.
Yep, because I wouldn't let you know where they were.
But now that I know, and I think there's only 2 left.
Well, there's going to be 1 left after this evening.
Huh. So anyway.
You look at it. You see how he look. He's like, I got to get to the leaf.
So my next stick this week is the Oliva V Milanio, and I got it in the Figurado. Dude, I love the Figurado.
I haven't had that one.
Dude, look at that ash on that.
Yes.
Isn't that nice?
Oh, I haven't had that
I don't know if you can see that on the YouTube, but yeah, great construction. I mean, look at that ash,
I'm looking at it. Stack of dimes, baby. Stack of
Dude, right
dimes.
there.
Look at that. Stack of dimes.
And let me tell you this, before I get to my third cigar, last night when I was on the Herf, James was smoking a Christoph Pissed Off. Dude, let me tell you what.
Somebody owes me one of those.
Yeah, that'd be the straight cut.
Yep.
But look, check this out. His ash was that long.
And he wasn't trying to do that.
No, he was not, doing this. He was actually smoking it. And I was just like, in fact, I sent a picture on the Discord. I was like, damn. Yeah. So anyway, oh, shoot, man, I almost forgot. What's my last stick here? This is the one that I'm going to let you tell everybody what my third and final choice is this week. Go ahead.
Ooh, folks, look. Read. It says Monte Cristo.
And that's the same one that you gave me.
Yes.
Dude, that's a good stick.
I told
that's
you.
A good stick. I'm going to have to swallow a little pride this week. Because I can tell you what, all three of the cigars that I named this week blew it out of the water.
I tell you, that Monte Cristo ain't no joke, baby.
Now, which one is that?
That's the 100.
Okay.
Day 100, 100 days. That's what it is, 100 days.
Well, I can tell you what, that's a damn good stick.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Anyway, that's our pick six for the week. We wanted to talk about one of the things that I was reading earlier was a lawsuit being filed between two different cigar manufacturers. Mm-hmm. One is Tropical, which is operating under that name in Canada and another country. But Aganorsa Leaf,
however,
owns
the copyrights to
the trademark.
Yep, trademark
of tropical tobacco in the United States. Now, Aganorsa Leaf is suing them. Mm-hmm. Basically, they can't sell cigars in America under that name.
Yeah.
And you said right off the gate, what'd you say? You said they can't.
They can't because it's trademark.
But here's the thing. If you don't use that trademark, no, it does matter.
How?
I read the law, and if you don't use that name under that trademark, it's considered an abandoned trademark.
But how many years allows it to be abandoned?
That I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Wait a minute. I'm not a lawyer.
But you went law.
But I'm just telling you what I read.
All right, Perry
So
Mason.
anyway, dun, dun, dun. So anyway, what I did read was if it's not used, it's abandoned, and then you can take it over. Mm-hmm. But they have been selling cigars under that brand, even like 3 and 2 and 1 box a year.
Who, Arganosa?
Yeah.
So they're still using it.
Right.
So that's why they can't.
So they're not using it, but they are using it. Right.
If I sell 1 box, I've used it.
Right.
I've used it. So it doesn't matter.
Right.
You violated the trademark. So now I can sue you.
And so far, the other company says we're going to continue to do it anyway.
Okay, continue to do it and I'll get paid. Right. Go right on ahead.
Now you're working for me.
Thank you, because you know how the U.S. is. We'll freeze those bank accounts, and that money will be transferred over, and then keep doing it. I don't care. You've been told, you've been warned, and you still want to keep walking that walk. Okay.
Now, the other flip side of that is...
I'm Buford Pusser on this one.
Walking tall.
Yes, sir.
So, one of the things that I was thinking was, the downfall for Aganorsa Leaf for me is how many freaking names do they need to go through? Because they used to be the Tropical.
Yeah.
Casa Fernandez, and then Aganorsa Leaf. Okay, now you're Aganorsa. Let's just drop all the other bullshit and use the name that everybody knows and getting used to finally.
But see, there's still people that know Tropical as them.
No,
There are.
Yeah, the one guy who bought a box.
But there's somebody that they sold 3 1 year. So there's still 3 people that know that they're Tropical. So you come out and you say you're Tropical. No, you're not me. You're not.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to take up for Tropical. I'm trying to say Aganorsa's done enough dancing around with different names that let's just stick with the one that's working.
Yeah. Well, that one worked because they sold. It didn't sit. But anyway, I understand. I understand the aspect of it. I understand the principle. It's mine. It's my intellectual property. That's my thought. I thought of that name. I got the name. I trademarked the name. It's mine. If you don't ask me to use it, no, you can't use it.
Okay. I get that. I mean, we're not trademarked.
No.
So if you want to start
Please
your
don't.
own,
No.
if you want to start your own cigar talk tomorrow,
No. Because then he'll be still. I'm like, I'll be mad then. I'll be sending friends I know after you.
no, we just change our name.
Yeah. I see you.
Cigar talker, cigar talkers, like wind talkers.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you something, man.
What's that?
Have you seen the series that's on Netflix that is about the Frenchman that moved to, I don't know, what was that? Some crazy jungle place. Anyway.
Crazy jungle place.
Bangkok.
I pray that was really where it was and not just your thought. Okay. Okay.
So then when he got there, he started killing tourists. And taking their
what's the
passport.
name of that? He was
Serpent.
a gym. He was
The
the serpent. He was a gym. He's supposed to be a gym
Dude,
seller.
watch it. Now I got another announcement that you may not know.
What's that?
Did you know season 2 of The Godfather?
Already started, brother. You too late, bro. You talking
See-
about my stuff. You talking about crime.
Hey, I saw it, but I didn't watch it because I don't have Epics.
Yes.
So I'm going to wait until all of them are available.
Then you're gonna start watching
And then I'm
it.
going to start it so I can just binge watch it in a week.
I already saw the first episode.
Is it badass?
Dude.
If you haven't seen The Godfather of Harlem season 1,
Dude.
that's a show.
Come on with it.
I mean,
Come on
that
with
is a show. To me, that's one of the best shows since The Shield.
it. And The Shield was my show.
Right.
The Shield was, I bought the freaking DVDs for that.
If you didn't watch The
was
Shield,
it seven,
go
se-
back.
seven, se-
Seven
seven seasons. I bought all 7 seasons. I love that show. Vic Mackey was the baddest cop ever. Ever.
In more ways than one.
Thank you. Yeah, true.
So, but yeah, The Godfather of Harlem rivals that show.
hell yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I don't put very many shows up against The Shield.
You can't.
No.
You can't.
Luke?
The Shield was, I told you, on Tuesday nights, people could commit crimes because cops were in the stations watching The Shield.
Really?
Dude, I'm not going to say this department I worked for, but my sergeant told me, he said, do not call me from 7 to 8. He said, because I'm not coming out. And I found out why, and I became a fan too.
Nice.
I was like, man, forget that. I write my ticket. $6.50 was the last ticket I was going to write because I had to get to the station. Because it started up. FX, baby. Come on now. The Shield.
Well, see, I didn't start watching The Shield until probably 4 seasons in.
Dude, I saw it the third episode.
What was cool about it, though, was I had 4 seasons
Just to binge. And you got it all.
Wow.
You was like, this dude is something else, man.
Yeah, that
and then
crew.
Forrest Whitaker was on there too.
Yes.
And he was a badass on there until Vic played that card. I was like, man, this dude is the meanest person. And you know, they patterned that and that movie that Denzel did, the one he got the Oscar for, where he was the bad cop. Training Day.
Oh, really?
Training Day and The Shield were patterned after one cop that was actually in L.A. working the Rampart that was in that crew. This dude was the baddest thing on the streets. Stuff you see Denzel do in Training Day and Vic do in The Shield is what he did in the streets.
Dude, let me ask you something. Have you ever had your shit pushed in?
No.
Dude.
I've never come close to that.
Hey, that scene was the most tense scene of any movie.
Dude, no. American Me. Same thing happened in American Me. And both of them were so tense, you could cut that with a knife, and it was just like, you were like, dude.
When he asked him that, though,
dude,
he realizes that nobody's coming back for him.
Nobody.
And he no longer has his gun.
No. And he's stuck.
Right.
What's going to happen is going to happen, baby.
And when they put him in that bathtub, dude pulled out a sawed-off shotgun.
And put it in his mouth.
Wow.
And what saved him?
Was the act that he had done
earlier that day. That Denzel didn't want him to do.
Right.
That Denzel didn't want him to do. And dude said, told his what was his niece? He said, "Tell me the truth. Did you go to school today?" She was like, "Yeah." He said, "Tell me the truth." Well, no. These guys tried to rape me, and this cop. What did the cop look like?
He was white,
and he just got quiet. Pulled the shotgun back. This mother.
Dude, tense.
Too tense, man.
That was one of the tensest movies of
because dude just knew he was done.
Right.
He knew he was done.
And you knew when he was sitting at the table.
Oh.
And there was no way out.
Because he was gone.
Yeah.
This had left him. He was gone.
There was no way out.
But then he went back to, he said, told him, don't come here don't come here without me. He went up in there. Dude, they was like, what you doing here? Get out of my way. That's what he really said was get out of my way because I got some business. They looked at him. They was like, they stepped to the side. Go ahead, bro. Do what you got to do. Man.
Yeah.
You talking about, there's some good movies, man. There's good TV shows.
You know what? COVID has screwed us on movies, though. Yeah. There's nothing made in the last year.
No. Truthfully, no.
No. I mean, dude, do you realize that
and
the movie that's up for movie of the year is about an Asian family that moves to Arkansas?
Yeah, they moved to Arkansas. Yeah.
I watched about 5 minutes of that movie, and I was like, all right, I get it. Foreigner moves to backwoods Hillbillyville. I don't need to see more. My wife watched the whole movie. She loved it, but I was like, nah.
Seen it.
Nothing exciting.
Understand the premise.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I mean, take me back to the movie Heat.
Oh, bro.
One of the baddest ass bank robber movies of all time.
First of all, it was the greatest, to me, the greatest ensemble.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
They had everybody in
De Niro.
Pacino, Kilmer.
Dude, and Kilmer, that was one of probably my favorite roles of Kilmer of all time.
Because he sure didn't play a good Batman.
Or who did he played some Western guy too. I think he played Doc Holliday.
Yeah,
and there was no comparison with him and the guy who played it in
with what's the name of them with what's his name shoot, he in everything.
Who played Doc Holliday in Tombstone?
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Luke does. Hey, you know what movie I watched this week?
What?
Cool Hand Luke.
Did you watch it, Luke?
No, he didn't. But
man, come on, that's your name, dude. There's two sets of movies you have to watch because of your name: Star Wars and Cool Hand Luke.
Dude, I haven't seen.
Nothing.
I haven't seen.
I don't even want to hear you now.
I probably haven't seen Cool Hand Luke in probably like 10, 15 years.
The magazine part.
But it was so good.
That's my boy, Luke. That's my boy.
Hey, my favorite part though was whenever, and Kennedy was the guy from Towering Inferno, which was another classic. But anyway, in that movie, he was like, my boy can eat anything. And Paul Newman says, I can eat 50 eggs. And the Kennedy's like, why'd you guys say 50, Luke? Why couldn't you said 35?
We could have went with 35, but you said 50. But he ate them. He ate them. Luke, I'm disappointed in you, man.
I've seen Star Wars enough.
No, totally different. Totally different.
Cool Hand Luke is the cool movie, man.
Do you remember whenever the two young black boys were at the gas station? And he's like, I bet you can't bring me an axe. Can two? Cannot. Can two?
Yep.
He comes over with that axe and he's like, you better let me handle it, son.
You didn't see me.
Dude, great movie.
And then he put, what was it, black pepper or red pepper he put down?
Red pepper. He put out cayenne, black pepper, and something else.
He said, and the next time I see you, let me know what them dogs did. That's great cool, movie. Man. Oh. Dude, you got to watch. Luke, look at me. You got to watch this movie, man.
You got to watch it.
All right. Come on.
You got a commitment.
I just heard that.
All right.
I'm going to give you 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
Give him 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
That's fair enough. Anyway, it's on Netflix. No, it's not on the Plex. No, I looked for it there. And my wife was like, I looked for it and thought I couldn't watch it. And my wife's like, it's on Netflix. And I was like, oh,
okay.
Cool. So anyway, guys, hey, man, that's going to wrap it up for this week's show. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry if we rambled on too much this week for you, but, you know,
we had
that's what we do at the Cigar Lounge.
We had an interview, but they got that 4th DUI.
Patrick. Hey, we love you, Patrick.
Yeah, we love you, man.
All right, man, that's going to wrap it up till next week.
Keep smoking.
Boom.